So I want to talk about one of the biggest questions coming out of Force Awakens: who are Rey's parents?
Of course.
Rian Johnson, director of The Last Jedi, did say that that will be addressed in some way. So what, after all this build-up and wondering about it for a couple years, what kind of answer would satisfy you to who are Rey's parents?
I think the answer that would satisfy me as far as who Rey's parents are is one that probably people aren't expecting. Something, because first of all, I don't want Rey to be a Skywalker. I think it's just like, it would be the most predictable thing, and Rian Johnson is the man that could probably pull it off, and I give him that credit because he's kind of proved himself at this point. But yeah, I would most like to see her be maybe the daughter of pupils that Luke was training when Kylo Ren turned against him. Maybe this sort of adopted family feel. Maybe Luke has some kind of connection to Rey that she's forgotten about and is kind of rekindled in this movie. So you can kind of get away with this surrogate parentage, like Luke is her father, but you know, the message of the movie and the trilogy maybe ends up being, you know, you can find your own family. You don't have to waste your life, you know, waiting for something or some change. You can go out and get it. And I think that theory is supported by what we see in Force Awakens. We see these characters start to go on these journeys away from their past, or, you know, in a character like Kylo Ren's case, going back towards the past and trying to recreate it.
And trying to kill it.
Exactly, as we hear in the trailer, he wants to kill it, so.
Everything you just said kind of made this theory form in my head. So going off the idea that Rey is not directly related to Luke, but maybe he had some pupils who were killed by Kylo Ren when he took out the Jedi Academy. And then maybe one of them was a pupil and the other was a rebel pilot, because in Rey's hideout in her AT-AT house, she has a little like kind of doll she built that's wearing the orange rebel pilot uniform. So maybe there was like a forbidden romance with one of the Jedi pupils and they had a child, and Luke didn't know what to do with her but he wanted her to be out of danger, so he dropped her off on
Jakku?
On Jakku. I don't know, it actually sounds like a real dick move.
Yeah.
as I'm saying it out loud.
Here, go with Unkar Plot. He's very nice.
Yeah, I know, she lives with Unkar Plot of all people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like I'm on board with you. I do not want her to be related to the Skywalkers, although.
Or the Kenobis.
Or the Kenobis.
Like, let her be her own character.
Yeah, I think it would be great if her parents were characters we had never heard of and never met. I think that would, and then maybe they're even dead and she can't go find them and meet them, and she is forced to move on and make her new family, a family of her own, you know. But I feel like people want to know why she was abandoned. Like, that's gonna be the crux of it for me. Like, why would you do that? And why would you leave her here? Why Jakku? You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of answers that I want. But as we got from The Force Awakens, we didn't really get full answers to everything. Like, even just the state of the galaxy and the politics and stuff, I was still very confused.
We get a very narrow look at that.
Yeah. It was very like vague, but we just know there's the Resistance and the First Order, and they don't like each other. One's good, one's evil. But yeah, so going back to Rey, I really do feel like I want some definitive, satisfying answers. And actually, what's kind of crazy is that J.J. Abrams has said they didn't come up with a Bible that answers specifically all of these big questions. So it's on Rian Johnson to at least answer some of those questions, and I really hope he does.
Yes, yeah, and I think he will, and I think he has to, and and again, we're talking about ways to get away from expectation in this movie, because the Empire, you know, the prediction that it will be a remake of Empire, just like Force Awakens was a remake of New Hope, you know, more or less. You know, I think he knows very well that people are expecting that, and I trust that he will be able to get around that in a really clever way.
We have some more Star Wars stuff on the site for you to check out. You should check out the 9 best Star Wars spaceship scenes from all the movies that we've ranked for you guys. I think we all know what number 1 is, right?
Probably the episode 1, the escape, the running the blockade. I think that's my number. I'm just kidding. It's not that.
I was like, whoa, what?
Don't at me.
And then also we have a video for every Star Wars game ever. Be sure to check that out on the site. And for more on IGN, be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch.